So, good morning, everyone. This week and going forward, things are shifting in my life, just with schedules, and so I'd really like to continue with Rise and Shine. However, this week it isn't really possible, so I wanted to invite you in for this recording, and this is my practice today. It's Monday instead of Tuesday, but I hope you will enjoy nonetheless. So let's just take a comfortable seat. And as you can see today, I'm not at home. I'm at my studio at Mindtree. And I have with me my True Tea box, which I super love. And I'm going to invite you to join me in with some sound to begin. So let's just start taking a seat and let the breath out, let the breath in. A couple of times this way, just feeling yourself arrive into this practice, this sacred space. In fact, all spaces, all moments, all of it is sacred. And it is by taking some time for ourselves to presence that, to really tune in, that we come to know. That we come to know that the sacred is in the everyday, in the ordinary. So as you settle into your seat, just notice where there's a sense of connection, where you are able to feel sensation. It's a form of presence. Notice the thoughts and the texture, the flavor of your thoughts. Not to be involved in the story, but to be with the awareness of thinking. And this too, this is a doorway into presence. And then to be in your heart space. To be with and not of the emotions. To feel that sadness is passing through you. To feel that fatigue is passing through you. To feel that contentment is passing through. And just to notice as you sit quietly for another minute, what is passing through, to neither attach nor repel anything. To let your attention and your breath bring you into center. Bring your palms together if you like. Taking this moment to connect in with yourself. And actually today I've bought my angel cards. And I'm going to ask the question for myself, but also offer it to all of us. What is the energy or the quality of awareness that is needed to bring me, to perhaps bring you as well, into this phase? We're moving towards the end of the season. We'll have the solstice on Saturday evening, almost Sunday morning here. For me personally, it's the closing of the decade. And it feels very much a beautifully a transition time, asking for closure and also opening. It also happens to be the new moon on the 21st with an eclipse. A lot of things coming into a sense of completion. So the invitation or the question is, what is the energy, the quality of awareness that will support this phase? It's funny, I have two sets of these cards. And the one that is on my puja right now at home is the same I just pulled. It's understanding. Understanding. So you can set that up here with our little Ganesh. These are the mini Ganesh. So understanding. Let's start with our voices. Let's start with our voices. So you can join me, or you can just listen. It's a nice way, though, to start to get the energy moving through the central axis. Is to chant just the sound of home very simply. Really drop in so you can get your breath to come down to the base. Feel the breath and sound ride from the base all the way up the crown, clearing out anything you're holding. Last round, just let the sound move from outside in. Good. Go ahead and just pull your knees in. Give yourself a little rub for your joints if you need. Just a little release through the legs, maybe through the back. And then let's just take a few simple restoratives to open up through the back line, through the chest. And then I'd like to do some pranayama this morning. So if you have a blanket, you can roll it up so you have a nice long taquito. And then just to start, it helps if the rougher edge is where your head goes. And just to start with your sacrum with a little bit of space. And just come to lie down. You can make a little pillow for yourself here. Have a little yawn. Find some nice full breaths here. Arms can be like mine in cactus or out to the sides. And start to find again breath moving through the central channel. Feel your legs and your arms heavy. Release the weight of your body into the blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you could always just roll up your yoga mat, rolling it maybe halfway, depending on the thickness and lying on that. Just that you have some support to open the front line and to breathe for the next minute, working here with a simple ujjayi. And when you're ready, you can bend your knees. It might feel nice just to bring your hands into fists. If you have blocks, you can use blocks as well. Just take a couple of rounds of opening the knees to the side. Inhale. And then exhale, closing. And the fists or blocks are there just to support, making sure you're not over extending. Another option, if you're feeling stable here, is to bring your hands into a diamond shape. Thumbs touch, index fingers touch, coming down low to your pelvis. And then inhale, bringing it up into the heart. And then exhale, back down into the Svadhisthana, the second chakra. So connecting desire and will, the will or the wish of the heart. And then also just letting your hands be a medicine on your body. Pause for a moment. And then you can come over to your side. You can just roll and take the blanket or your mat away. And here, let's just come back for a moment onto your back. Just extend your legs long. Extend your arms alongside your ears. You can hook your thumbs with length and through the sides of the body. If you feel the natural urge to yawn, just let it move through. Find the center again by squeezing the legs in, squeezing the arms toward the center. Keep your chin a little bit towards your chest, back of the neck bone. Take a full breath in, lengthening. And then a full breath out. Feel the natural grounding energy. We're going to take Tadaki Mudra. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, release the breath out completely. And at the end of your exhale, hold the breath out. Scoop a little bit your belly. As you're ready, release your belly. Inhale. And exhale the breath out. Try this a couple times on your own. If you had a big breakfast or you're menstruating or you're pregnant, you'll continue with Ujjayi breath. And otherwise, you can take Tadaki Mudra, this sort of introduction to Uddiyana Bandha, 2 more times. If you need to, you haven't yet changed the crossing of your thumbs. If you've completed 2 and you want to keep going, take another 1 or 2. Really feel your central line. And as you're ready, you can pull both knees into your chest, giving yourself a good squeeze here. And maybe making some easy circles for the hips. Just exploring the movement here, the releasing of any need to hold your legs. So actually really hold with your hands. You can even take the legs in opposite rotations. In all these ways, we just practice presence. See if you can surprise yourself. And then you can keep your left foot on the ground, bring your right knee in. Send the legs straight up to the sky. You can interlace your hands even in your thigh. If you have a strap, as I have a whole stash, you can take the strap. I really like to work with this large loop through the strap, so that, so that the strap comes right to the center of the foot, and you have these little handles, and depending on the flexibility and the length of your limbs, you'll adjust. You want to keep the shoulders able to move away from the ear, shoulder blades onto the back. And then pressing up through the bones of the legs, through the sole of the foot. At the same time, drawing down through the arms all the way into the back of the heart space. You can keep your left knee where it is, pointing up to the sky, or if you have this space and it feels good for you, extend that left leg. Just being mindful to keep connection through the inner thigh. And then maybe moving a little bit forward and back. You can pause for a moment with the leg drawn closer towards the body. Keep pressing out into the strap. Reach your shin away from your face as you exhale. Nose comes towards the knee. A couple of breaths here. Feel the scooping of the belly, chin towards chest, back of the neck long, jaw soft. Good. Release and switch your legs. Maybe start with the right foot on the ground. Just a few breaths coming in to this release for the back line of the body. And here I'm really focusing on extending through the bones of the legs. Notice what happens to your spine, especially around the back, sacrum. I know there's a connection. I don't know my Latin, but I know sacred and sacrum come from the same source. And so you can think of your sacrum as this, and it's very much, it's the back side of where the Svadhisthana, the second chakra, the chakra of so many things, amongst them birth, creativity, desire, sexuality, reside in this energetic locus. And so especially for everyone. I think I want to speak for women, or my experience as a woman, that this seat, sacrum, sacred seat of femininity in its most authentic form. In other words, the feminine power or potential to receive and be with what is. That is that is lengthening out. That sacred femininity. Going so much deeper than what's on the outside. Stretch it out one more time because it feels good. Pull your feet to the earth. Just take a little twist, bringing your knees up to your chest and over to the left side. You can extend your right arm out. Maybe the left hand comes on top of your right knee or thigh. I'm just feeling here, again, that body surrendering into the support that's available. And if you find that you're having difficulty surrendering, just adjust, maybe grab a prop as you need. Breathe into this whole right side and again into the sacrum, into the sacred seat. And come back into the center. You can switch sides. I find it really helpful to shift my seat to the opposite side of the knees so that that central line is maintained, and I'm twisting around the axis rather than twisting the axis. Your gaze and your head can go either direction. Notice if you're holding any tension in your mouth, your throat. Maybe open up the mouth a little bit, let your tongue relax. Soften and come back into center. Finding center here. If you have a jean jacket and it's getting restrictive, just take it off. I don't normally practice in my jean jacket, but I'm chilly and I didn't have another something here. So happy baby, and you might sometimes, especially I've been doing a lot of just physical exercise, so the body's feeling a little bit more tight right now, especially in the hips for me. So if you feel that tightness, you might just do really like a baby does, which is to play one leg at a time. Just kind of see how it goes, like get a little flow in. You might even stretch out the leg. So just a little happy baby playtime. And then you can come into the center, maybe take both feet. If it's more appropriate to take the backs of your legs, you can do that. Or maybe the outer edge of the feet. And since today it seems to be the sacrum, is rocking side to side, giving the sacrum a massage. You could even take circles around the sacrum. So you'll feel your tailbone lift and then lower a bit, go both ways, only if this feels good to you. Those of you that are maybe a bit more bony, this will not feel great. And pause in the center. Activate through your legs, through your feet. Let the collarbones widen. Feel space here. We can become aware of the root of the mula. Bring your breath into the base, into the perineum pelvic floor. Filling with breath, with prana, with awareness. Feel the natural movement of the pelvis, of the pelvic floor, specifically with your breath. And then slowly release. Give yourself a good squeeze here. You can roll back and forth if you like, or come to your side. And come all the way up. Just stretch the legs out in front. Sit for a moment in Dandasana. You might like to have here a blanket underneath you, especially if you tend to round in the low back. And so again, you can bring your hands to your sacrum, to your low back. I'm just shifting to lift up and feel the sits bones rooted. And then the heels are nice and grounded. There's a little bend, or maybe for some of you, a big bend through the knees. Hands can rest down by your sides. And once again, just feeling this channel from base to crown. Connected and clear. As you inhale, float the arms up. And as you exhale, take a little scoop through the belly, just fold it forward. Easy Paschimottanasana, release through the head. And then inhale, coming back up, arms extend. Exhale, hands come behind you. Let's pull the feet in for the first tabletop. Hands are right up underneath the shoulders, feet underneath the knees. Stay looking forward for now. Just feel your connection to the earth through your hands, through your feet. And lower down and exhale. Pull your knees in close to your chest. Take boat pose here. Legs squeeze into the center. Maybe hands stay holding the back of the legs for this first one. Let's make sure your neck is clear. And then lower down. Inhale, you can rise back up. And then exhale, you can fold yourself forward. Take a full breath in and out. And as you inhale, next, float arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the earth. Take tabletop or take reverse plank. I'm going to take another tabletop. I'm just taking space through the sides of the body. Press down to rise up. Releasing on your exhale. And again, inhale. We're just gonna move through this flow. Okay, so take it as you wish. If you want to pick up the pace of it, just go one breath at a time. I'm feeling particularly slow today. And you can also stay for longer in each asana. Oh yeah, I forgot the boat pose. You can always bring that in as you like. And finish this last round. And let's just finish or come back into boat pose. And so feeling some real activation through the core, but also through the sides of the body. Yeah, we're lifting ourselves up, really. Feel that line, all the lines. And then release. You can come to sit cross-legged. I like to sit in Sukhasana, especially when my hips are feeling a bit, they need some support. And sit up on something is great. And just here, taking a twist, reach the right arm up, get nice and long through the side. And then as you exhale, just twist over. Your other hand can come behind you. I've got some great support here. So I'm going to use the shelf and the wall. And again, the twist is moving around the axis. So just take a few breaths and kind of notice, where is this twist beginning? Where is it ending? What's the flow line? And then let the compression of the twist support breathing into the sides of the body, anywhere that needs or would like to receive that buoyancy of breath. Come back to the center. You can change the crossing of your legs. Lengthen through that left side. Twisting with your breath. The two sides are going to be different, so be willing to explore and not just try to do the exact same thing. That's another doorway into presence. Coming back into the center. Good, if you want to just take a few rolls around. So obviously today's practice is, so far at least, it's pretty, it's pretty grounded, pretty simple. So it goes. But maybe just notice the effect that that's having on you right now, how you feel. And let's just take a couple rounds of Kapalabhati, so we'll get a little bit of heat going now. We've done a lot to kind of prepare the body for some pranayama, which we'll do just a bit of, I think. Good, so finding your seat, however it feels good for you, Kapalabhati. If, again, menstruation, pregnancy, full belly, better to work with Ujjayi, and you can specifically work with the Parvati's lotus breath. Inhaling to the crown, exhaling to the base. Inhaling to the crown, flower blooms. Exhale to the base, roots into the earth. Okay, so that, or join me for skull shining Kapalabhati. Ten more. Exhale the breath out. Inhale. Exhale the breath out again. We'll do one more inhale, exhale. And at the end of the next exhale, you can hold the breath out and pause. And when you're ready, lift your head, release your belly, and breathe in. After you've released the hold, let's take a moment and check in. And we'll take one more round of Kapalabhati. Please go at your own pace, your own speed. Stop when you need to, And if you like to work with come back with the breath hold, do so after you've just cleared. And if not, don't. Yeah, just enjoy either Ujjayi or even better, just some quiet until we continue. Notice how that feels, how you feel. And so that noticing, the observation, the witness. Sometimes you can imagine or connect with your awareness just behind and above the back of the head. If it helps you, like I'm doing, just to bring your hand back there and feel into the space. Let me create a sense of heat. To have the hand back there, you might notice. You might notice the space between your hand and your head. Where your hand was, if you've dropped it down, that's one seat, one way to consider the seat of the witness consciousness, which is really all around and within. Just like that energy of creation, of presence and acceptance that we find in the second chakra. It's everywhere. We just give these focal points. Like love. Love, we imagine that we find it in another or in an experience, maybe. But actually, it's always there, all the time, everywhere. This is where we put our attention. Do we put our attention and our awareness with love? We put it with our breath, with the sensations. I'm here right now because I don't do that all the time. And I'm building muscles, awareness muscles. So why are you here right now? Spend a moment and just be with that contemplation. Why are we sitting right now? Notice if what comes up is really yours or if it's an external projection or expectation. And for whatever reason or intention you're here right now, it's okay. It's all okay. It's all welcome. I invite you to, over the next week, especially as we come into this passage from the waxing period of the moon, from the winter to the summer solstice. Now we move into the waning period from the summer to the winter. It's a wonderful time for us to, especially as we come right up to the solstice, to get very clear on our intentions. Let's take several rounds of Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing. Fingers come into Vishnu Mudra. First two fingers to the base of the thumb, ring finger to the left nostril, thumb to the right. Breathe in and out both nostrils. And then close your right nostril and breathe in on your left side. Close the left nostril and exhale out the right side. Inhale on the right side. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Just continue with Nadi Shodhana, switching on the exhale. For anyone who would like to continue with the breath hold, with the Kumbhaka, this time we'll work on the inhale, the Antara Kumbhaka. So as you inhale, you can hold the breath at the end for as long as you inhaled. And then exhale, try to make the exhale about twice as long as your inhale. If you find that that's difficult, if any of it becomes difficult, back off, go back to what feels within the realm of ease for you today. Take one more round. If you need to change at all your position, please do. To me, it feels like I'm on a down dog. So if you'd like to join me, you can. Otherwise, you could take just a nice child's pose. And take a good minute, maybe even, let's take 2 minutes, just to explore a bit your down dog or your child's pose. Feel free to flow through some plank, some cobra, or something similar. You can try lifting one leg at a time if you like. Just seeing what is necessary for your body right now. Vashisthasana is really nice for reinforcing that center line and the support through the core. And when you're ready to come down, come back and take a seat one more time. So, if you prefer to lie down, you can also lie down. It'd be really nice. I like to share with you a reading and then we'll close with a chant. I've been returning to Letters to a Young Poet, which was given to me by a friend who at the time was a really, one still is a dear person, but we haven't been in touch in many years. It was given to me by him on my 18th birthday. And I didn't really get into it until years later. And now it's a treasure, and I come back to it again and again. And each time find something new. So this is real good. Here, where an immense country lies about me, over which the winds pass coming from the seas. Here, I feel that no human being anywhere can answer for you those questions and feelings that deep within them have a life of their own. For even the best err in words when they are meant to mean most delicate and almost inexpressible things. But I believe nevertheless that you will not have to remain without a solution if you will hold to objects that are similar to those from which my eyes now draw refreshment. If you will cling to nature, to the simple in nature, to the little things that hardly anyone sees and that can so unexpectedly become big and beyond measuring, if you have this love of inconsiderable things and seek quite simply as one who serves to win the confidence of what seems poor, then everything will become easier, more coherent, and somehow more conciliatory for you, not in your intellect, perhaps, which lags marveling behind, but in your inmost consciousness, waking and cognizance. You are so young, so before all beginning, and I want to beg you, as much as I can, dear sir, to be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves like locked rooms and like books that are written in a very foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers, which cannot be given you because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. So for to close, as one of my dear teachers would have said, for to close, a mantra, the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, which is a wonderful mantra for closing, for completion, for honoring the natural cycle and completion in life. Mudra, Abhaya Hijaya, perhaps. Right wrist towards your body, left wrist on top. Pinkies, index fingers, the other fingers touch your thumbs, right in the heart space. Or Anjali. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmukshyamamritate. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmukshyamamritate. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmukshyamamritate. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti May our understanding arise from our ability, our capacity, our infinite capacity to live the questions. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Really nice to share in the personal practice with you. And stay tuned for future Rise and Shines. Maybe we'll continue in this format for a little while. Maybe not. Maybe I'll find another moment to offer it live to you. So I send you, as always, big love. And enjoy your day.